Okay, I'd like to say a few words about the joy of receiving. We're all familiar with the joy of giving. We give to charities, we give of our time, we give financially, we give our attention. Perhaps the one thing that we give that's the most important is our attention, our heartfelt attention. But in order to complete the flow or the circuit, there is an aspect of our being that needs to receive as well. And so the joy of receiving is simply allowing what's present, being open to what's present, welcoming what's present to be there for us. Part of our Trillium work uses this principle of receiving. In the sitting in small groups, we're receiving other people's sharing. We receive their reflections. We receive their transmission. We receive their presence. So there's an openness to receiving. And this openness allows for new things to come in. It allows for the flow of subject and object to meet each other and see each other and deepen each other. Receiving is also important in receiving yourself and receiving your feelings, your thoughts, receiving the flow of life, receiving the difficulties of life, receiving your reactivity, receiving those prompts from your being, trying to distinguish whether those prompts are coming out of your being or coming out of some desire or impulse to deepen your personality or your or that which you hold to be yourself. Green lighting is receiving. That's why it's such an important part of this work. When we meditate, we receive. We receive our thoughts, we receive our feelings, we receive our desires for something to happen. We receive the holding of just being and nothing not happening. We receive just holding. We receive not knowing. In not knowing, things are communicated. Things are communicated which the mind cannot hold. And so part of this work is just being in presence, being in holding, and welcoming and being open to what's there. The subtleties of the communication that's taking place within us and within others and within the collective, what's being created in the collective. And so this is something that we don't usually learn in school or have in our experience, but it's something that we're turning toward as we deepen into our being, into our the part of our nature, which is not so much mind-based, which is feeling-based, which is open. It's as if we're tuning the radio of who we are to different frequencies. And receiving is one of those frequencies. And you've all had the experience of being with somebody, whether on the phone or in person, and there's no reception from their side. It's just, they're just speaking, and there's no circuit that's been created. And it's the same with a teacher. If you meet a teacher, if you're with a teacher and there's an openness there, and you've all had this experience, when there's an openness or receptivity that comes, then knowledge is there, transmission is there, awakening is there. And so, and this can happen, we have a word for when people get stuck. When people get stuck, then generally it's because they're reality or their worldview or whatever is not working anymore. And so that stuckness is of value in the spiritual work, and that it leads to openness, and then something new can come in. And so whether you're in meditation, whether you're in nature, whether you're in a sitting, whether you're in life, then receptivity is a part of growth. It's a part of being, and it's something that this work is very much involved with opening up.